Standardization.
In this tutorial, we shall be talking about preparation of standard solutions. And here on the board, we have a question. And the question reads, how can you prepare a 0.1 molar solution of sodium carbonate, sodium triazocarbonate 4? How can you prepare a 0.1 molar solution of this given reagent? Now, to prepare a standard solution of this exact concentration, it's very simple and very easy. But before you go into the lab, you first of all have to carry out a theoretical calculation to ascertain the exact amount of this particular reagent that you can be able to dissolve in a 1000 centimeter cube or 1 dm cube of a standard volumetric flask such as this before you can be able to exactly prepare a standard solution that has a value of 0.1 molar concentration of sodium carbonate. Now, let's go into it. Now, for us to calculate that, we must first of all get the molar mass of sodium carbonate. And the molar mass of sodium carbonate can be obtained from this. Now, you're going to open your bracket and say 23 times 2 because there are two atoms of sodium here, plus carbon, which is 12, given over here as well, plus oxygen, which is 16 times 3, because we have 3 atoms of chlorine in this particular given molecule. And when you work out the mathematics here, you are going to arrive at 106 grams per mole, which means that the molar mass of sodium carbonate is 106 grams per mole. Now, having known this, we can be able to make a deduction. We are going to say that 1 molar solution of sodium carbonate has 106 grams. This means that in the lab, if you carry 106 grams of sodium carbonate, this is sodium carbonate. If you carry 106, you will weigh 700. If you weigh 106 grams of this sodium carbonate and put it inside this beaker and add water, dissolve it, and transfer it into this volumetric flask, and add distilled water or deionized water up to the mark here, because this is about 1000 centimeter cube, which is equivalent to 1 dm cube. Then you are going to obtain a 1 molar standard solution of sodium carbonate. Now, however, we are not interested in preparing 1 molar solution. What we are interested in preparing is a 0.1 molar solution. Now, we are going to say that 0.1 molar solution of sodium carbonate will require what mass? That is the mass which is what? Unknown. Then you're going to represent that with X. Mathematically, we are going to now cross what? Multiply. If we cross multiply, then we are going to arrive at X times 1 molar solution of sodium carbonate will be equal to 0.1 molar solution times 106 grams. If you work out what you have on the board here, you're going to have X will now be equal to 0.1 molar times 106 grams will give you 10.6 grams, and you have molar there. Divide by 1 molar. Molar and molar will cancel. So 10.6 grams divided by 1 will give you 10.6 grams. What this means is that you're going to go to the lab now and weigh 10.6 grams of sodium carbonate. Now, when you weigh it, you weigh it and then transfer it into a beaker, dissolve it, and then transfer the contents of the beaker into the standard volumetric flask. And then you are going to add distilled water to this content of this standard volumetric flask and reach to a mark which is now shown here. And once you do that, you have prepared a 0.1 molar standard solution of sodium carbonate. Now let's take a look at it and then do it here practically. Alright, now we're in the lab now to prepare a 0.1 molar standard solution of our sodium carbonate. So I'm going to weigh this. Alright, so I have weighed here. The weighing balance is showing me 10.6 gram of this sodium carbonate after tiring the weight of the beaker. Now that I have this, I am going to now dissolve this sodium carbonate, this 10 grams, this is 10.6 grams of sodium carbonate. I will now dissolve it in this beaker. Now after dissolving it, I will transfer the content into a standard volumetric flask. I'll rinse it properly and make sure everything is transferred into it. Beautiful. Now that I've transferred it, the next thing I'll do is I'm going to now add this distilled water to it. That is not enough. I'm adding more of the distilled water. Okay. Now I have to be very careful now when it's close so that it gets to the exact mark. And once it gets to the exact mark, I must have prepared a 0.1 standard solution of sodium carbonate. So now I've added water and it has reached the mark. And this is the standard solution of 0.1 molar solution. Thank you.